Hello, Cancer. Thank you very much for tuning into this week's read. For the main part of the read, I'm using the Bonefire Tarot by Gabby Angus West. That's her name. Supportive Oracle cards, Chakra Wisdom Oracle cards by Tori Hartman, illustrated by Gretchen. In case you want to see more of that. Okay. What do we have? Okay. Let's see. You got a lot of. There's some coin action popping up in here. There's a bit of it, actually. There's a lot of it. Jeez. Okay. Not bad. There's a lot. It's like a lot about money and stuff like that. There's more coins. There's that gossip card. I was sensing that card. That's very interesting. It's coming in near the end of this. I think we're heading towards is a place where sometimes, gossip kind of works to your advantage, and it's kind of like, should I be okay with that? I feel like that's what we're heading for. So, starting off, you've got the Queen of Wands, the Five of Coins, and the King of Coins. Now, all this together feels to me like there's a lot of action here. Someone else is definitely involved. I really feel like that's the case. But the situation is like the Queen of Wands is trying to block the King of Coins. When I'm getting the Five of Coins, like the way these pop in, you get the Queen of Wands, Five of Coins, and then you get the King of Coins here. I feel like the Queen of Wands is blocking the King of Coins with that Five of Coins energy. Like, she doesn't have to be a she. I mean, any gender. These two people, like, one is blocking the other, and the other one's trying to, like, it's almost like they pass on the information after it's happened. Kind of like, we had a birthday party for so-and-so last Saturday. Like after it's happened, they let them know it's happened. Or, tomorrow we're going up the hill. We're going up north 3 hours. Everybody got their room, just so you know. And they're like, well, I have to work tomorrow. You didn't tell me, and, like, I can't do it now. Like, when they're doing this, they're purposely setting it up so this other person can't be involved. Like, they're purposely creating blocks, but they're also trying to make it look good at the same time. They're like, but I told them. I think I told them. Like, it's not my job to make sure that they do this or do that, or they know what's going on. It's not my responsibility to nursemaid them. But they're purposely setting it up to make sure this person can't be a part of the situation, is what I'm getting. And it's weird because I feel like this energy, I know this is going to sound bad, but it might be actually working to your advantage. This person, the way this is working out, this might actually work to your advantage. It's going either one of two ways. Either this King of Coins energy, no matter what gender they actually are, is kind of like, it's kind of like a wet blanket. It's hard for you to deal with. Or it's going to create other opportunities where this King of Coins energy, whoever that may be, is going to set up things to do with you, and you're going to get more things out of this situation because it's going to be kind of like a weird battle type feel. Like, oh, you did that? Well, I'm going to do this, and I'm not going to invite you. And, well, that's between them two, but you are getting the benefits in the middle. It's interesting. It's interesting because I feel like other people don't want to be involved with this in the sense of, like, they like the actual whatever's happening, like if it's a birthday party or some type of trip or whatever. Other people like that, but they're like, I don't want to step in the middle of whatever's going on between them. Whatever's going on between them, they can keep it. I'm not going to be a part of that. And other people are like, no, I can't be a part of that, and I don't know what's going on. I don't know why they're doing this to each other. And I feel like you're kind of looking at this kind of like, I feel like you're just trying to watch and, like, I don't know. When I'm feeling your energy as a part of this, you might be staying out of it as well. The energy is a little bit weird. And it's kind of like you can't preemptively stop anything. There's other people around the situation that I feel like they're not stopping it, but they're continuing the same process. They're not like trying to promote this whatever's going on here between these people. They're not trying to promote it, but they're not doing anything to stop it. But they seem to be aiding the situation, and like they're participating in these events. They're not getting involved either, but they're participating in these events. The Three of Pentacles is like other people want these events to happen, but if so and so, if the Queen of Wands starts an event and doesn't invite the King of Coins, they're like, well, that's not my business. But they want to keep going to these events, so they're like, I'd like to keep going. I want to keep being a part of this. It'd be nice if the King of Coins was there, but I'm not gonna, upset the apple cart, because if I go against the Queen of Wands' wishes, then I'm not going to get invited either. So I'm just going to go along with what's happening. And it seems like but it seems to be going back and forth, because the King of Pentacles has his own ideas, whatever gender they may be, both of them. Don't get caught up in the gender, even though I keep using gender stuff. Basically just for explaining purposes. Because I'm getting like the Queen of Wands starts stuff, but the King of Pentacles gets his own stuff going too. And there's a lot happening. A lot of people are benefiting. There's a lot of abundance here. Everybody seems to be kind of winning. And I'm questioning that. Because there's a weird energy here. The dissipating, I kind of feel like I'm saying dissipating, but I'm feeling a little bit of deception here. Like, I feel like this is like, when you have a really dark, moist corner in your basement and you kind of neglect it, and it kind of gets moldy, like, because you're not paying attention to it, and you don't even go into that part of the basement, so you're not even aware, and it's a little moist over there, and you're just not thinking of it. It kind of gets that it's like mold and things can grow there if you're not paying attention to it. It's not the best situation, but you're like, oh, it's fine for now. You're just not looking at it. Oh, it's fine for now. I'll clean it when I have to. It's fine for now. And you're not noticing any odors or anything like that for whatever reason, because you just don't go over to that area of the house. But that's like, this is breeding ground. Like, it says dissipating, but I feel like deception. I feel like it's moldy growth. Like, I really do. Like, other people, what's dissipating is like people they're getting away with things. People are getting away with things. Like, the control is dissipating. Like, I don't like the way this feels. This doesn't feel good. It's leaving something open. I know that's what I feel like. It's like some connection is dissipated. It doesn't feel positive. It feels negative to me. Like, I feel like it's more deception, and people are doing things and they're overdoing what they want, and nobody's watching them. People are getting away or causing problems, and nobody's seeing it, because they're all centered on this craziness in the center, And it's really strange, because there's a lot of good coming from it. A lot of people are having fun, but they're not realizing what's going off in the corner. Like, something isn't right. Something isn't right. Something's going on here that's not right. Okay. As we keep going forward, what comes next out of this? I'm noticing this is a transition. The Justice card. So, see, the Justice card with this deception feeling here, like, it's gonna come forward. Like, it's almost like, you're forgetting about that part of the basement, right? And then someone comes over and they're like, oh, can I store this here or something like that? And it's somebody you care about. You're like, oh yeah, sure. I have a place in the basement that doesn't have anything in it. You can store it there. And then you go down there and you open the door and you're like, oh my God. And you're like, there's like the moldy smell is there. You're like, it's kind of like the black mold is in there. Like, I guess I can't really. Wait, I got another spot. You can put it in the attic. Just let's never mind this room for right now. But when Justice comes in, it's kind of like, oh, you're remembering that part of the house. You're like, oh, I haven't looked in this room in the longest time, and I got to do something. I got to clean this up. This isn't good. This isn't right. I got to fix this. But that's the Justice coming in. Like, you don't think of it till somebody says, oh, can I store this here for a little while? Oh, yeah, I have this place in the basement. Then you open the door and you're like, oh my goodness. Like, never mind. I have a place in the attic. Yeah. It's like you almost push your stuff out of the way just so oh no, there's plenty of room. Because you don't want anybody to see that, but you're like, I gotta fix that. Oh, I gotta fix that prono. When justice comes forward, though, the thing that comes with it is victim. Something isn't right here. I'm getting, like, something's not being watched. Something's not being looked after like it needs to. There's a victim energy here. This is going to come forward. But the reason nobody saw it is because they're all caught up in this other situation. So they're all distracted with this other hubbub going on and just like going through that. So they don't see this other problem. It's going to come forward. When this does come forward, I'm getting the 9 of coins for you. Like, I feel like you're stable. When I'm feeling the 9 of coins, it's kind of like, all right, I feel like what you're looking at here is like things got to change. But it's hard to move things forward, and it's one of those moments where you're like, all right, wait a minute. Because this is all a little bit crazy, we're not paying attention to other things, other responsibilities we need to. We're just not realizing what's going on. We're getting too caught up in other things that are fun, or seemingly fun, and we're missing out on some things that we need to really have some more responsibility on. And I feel like you're kind of like, all right, I got to transition this situation, but you're like, it's going to take some time to move things around. It's definitely due to this situation, this negative situation popping in. I don't feel you beat up by it. Like, you're kind of like, oh, okay, oh, that was happening. All right, now that I know that's happening, I got to fix it. So it's kind of like you're going into the basement. First of all, you're cleaning it up, whatever that entails. But then you're like, all right, now I have to find a way to stop it from happening again, or maintaining it. Maybe I have to set up a schedule on my phone where it goes off once a week, and I'm like, I got to check that room and make sure it stays clean. Something like that. It's a slow change. It is Pentacles. It is a slow change. But I'm also getting like, this whole thing is about whatever's going wrong. It's not about, this is a distraction. These people, I feel like, are a distraction. Whatever this is, I feel like this is a distraction. The Queen of Wands, the King of Pentacles, the blocks between them, the problems between them. It's just a distraction. This reading is about the problem and seeing the problem and then handling the problem, because I feel like you got to be careful. Because I feel like this is just one of many things that are going to start popping up. And I feel like if you're able to get on the ball right away, you're like, okay, this wasn't right. And you set up a plan to make sure that basement room stays cleaned. The point of this is like, wait, now you need to kind of go through your Rolodex, your mental Rolodex, like, wait, what else should I be probably keeping an eye on? You might want to make a quick list. Anything that pops in your head. Oh, I probably should check the windows to make sure that they're water sealed. You know what? That attic window, sometimes that's a problem. Maybe this is a good time to check that. Write that down. Just brainstorm and write them all down for yourself. Oh, you know what else? The car, this thing with the car, I probably should check that. You know what? So-and-so, I know that they're supposed to be keeping up with their schoolwork, but I don't know. Like, they show me their grades, but now I'm starting to question certain things. Like, are they pulling the wool over my eyes? Let me write that down. I'm going to check into that a little deeper. Like, just brainstorming. Like, this is your heads up. This is one thing that's out of balance. Other things are kind of coming your way. I feel like this is the point where instead of waiting for the next thing to fall off the table, you're like, wait, what else is rolling towards the edge? Like, this, whatever this problem is, this is something that fell off the table and you had to fix it. Okay. Now it's like you're brainstorming, like, what else am I thinking of I should keep an eye on? And it's not other things that have fallen off the table, but things that are kind of rolling towards the edge. So the point of this reading is like, keep that in your head. Like, wait, what do I need to preemptively stop or check on before they potentially become a problem? That's the whole point of this. Because I'm getting victory here in the environment, but I'm getting like, if you're not able to see it, like somebody else is going to get away with something they shouldn't. So you want to keep your eye on it. This is where gossip, remember I said in the beginning, gossip is going to kind of go your way and you're kind of like, I don't know if this is right. Listen to the gossip around you, but this is a tricky one. You want to listen to the gossip. You don't want to play into it, but you want to absorb what's being said, and you just kind of like want to check it yourself. Like if somebody says, oh, so-and-so's son there, they didn't really get those grades. They forged all that. Their parents don't even realize. So if you hear this, like, wait a minute. Well, then try to research, is that possible? And then maybe there's other people, you're like, well, maybe I should check and see how theirs really is. How do you verify this stuff? Stuff like that. Or, so-and-so, oh, I think so-and-so is cheating on so-and-so's husband. So, like, if you research this stuff, what is really true? Maybe so-and-so isn't cheating on their husband. Maybe so-and-so is in a problem though, or in a pickle, and their husband is maybe involved in some gambling problem, or there's something else. Like, you're going to unearth the actual problem by following the gossip, not playing into it, but researching, like, is that really true? Let me see, let me find. You might find out what's actually happening below it. May not be the gossip itself, might be something else it's hiding. The gossip might be hiding something. And that's what's going to help you get ahead on this and be like, oh, yeah, well, that's what's really happening. This is how I can actually fix this before it becomes a problem. That's another big reason you don't want to play into the gossip, because it is gossip. But it almost makes me feel, in this situation where there's smoke, like, what's causing the smoke? Because you could get smoke from things other than fire, you know what I mean? Chemicals mixing, maybe it's not really smoke, maybe it's fog, but that's my point. Like, what's causing the hubbub? Why are people talking? What caused that to kick off? It may not be what people are saying it actually is, but maybe there's something here that needs your attention. If you follow the gossip, you might find out the truth about what's happening, and this will help you cut something off at the pass, nip it in the bud, if you will, before it actually is a problem. And I feel like that's what the whole point of this is. It seems very roundabout, but this is like, once you see this happening, and it maybe you just watching this now, you're like, well, wait a minute. Maybe I could start cutting these things off at the pass before any of this happens. That's a good idea. Just make that list and figure out what's going on before you actually end up in these problems. Justice is coming forward for this situation either way. I get that. But this is all, the whole point of this is to help you get ahead of the situation, ahead of the game, and to cut things off before they actually become a problem. All right, I think we're good. I'm going to shut this down here. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. Thank you.